Welcome back to this video. This video will see what is this DHCP spoofing attack is. DHCP spoofing attack. So to understand this, I'll just make a scenario here. So in the last video we saw how to configure DHCP and we saw these devices here got the IP addresses from this DHCP server. We saw that in the last video. So in this video, what if someone else means an attacker, also connected to the switch and he is using this router here as another DHCP server. Okay, now we have two DHCP server. We have the real DHCP server here and we have the attacker DHCP server here, right? Now let's say he is using 192.168.2.0, okay, and he will configure everything as we did on this router. So what happens then is these devices would get IP addresses from this server as well as the attacker server, which means some of the devices will get the IP address from the real router here and some will get from the attacker. Those who gets the IP address from the attacker is prone to be attacked by this attacker, meaning when they use the internet and let's say they purchase something, they go and buy something, this attacker can potentially capture all the credit card information and such. This is the issue with this spoofing attack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a switch and we'll configure everything like we did on this router but in the 2.0 range. So I'll get a router and I'll connect it. Okay, I'll go to this router. So interface G00, no shut. Now we need to create a pool and provide a pool name. IP DHCP pool. Let's do CCNA. Network 192.168.2.0, 255.255.255.0. Default router 192.168.2.100. DNS-server 192.168.2.50. okay, I'm just using everything the same like we did in the first router except the network is 2.0 here. Okay, 2.100 is going to be our gateway, which I will configure in just a moment. So next one is our gateway actually. Interface G00, IP address 192.168.2.100, 255.255.255.0. Done. Now what we'll do is we'll go to this devices and we'll see how they are getting the IP addresses. You will see that some of them will get the IP address from this DHCP server, which is the real one, and some will get from the attacker. Okay, so the attacker network is 2.0, so some of them will be 2. something, we'll see that. So we need to click on static because this is from the last configuration, so we just need to click on static and then again click on DHCP. Now we'll start to see IP addresses from. So the first one itself, we can see the first one itself is from attacker. We got the 2.1 address, 2.100 is the gateway, 2.50 is the DNS server, this attacker. Now we'll go see the other one. This one is from the real router, so this is okay, but the first one got it from the attacker. This one is also from the real one. This one is also from the real one. So only one of them got from the attacker, and this PC here is at higher risk because he is getting the IP address from the attacker, and when he surfs the internet, let's say he makes some purchase, this guy can potentially capture his credit card information, banking information and such. So this guy is at higher risk now. So how can we prevent this, right? We have a solution for it, and it's easy to remember because our attack name is spoofing, right? Our attack name is spoofing. The solution is snooping. SNOOPING. So attack is spoofing, solution is snooping. What this snooping does, as soon as we enable this snooping on the switch, it will make all these ports, in this case we have 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? All these ports untrusted, okay, which means these routers, even the real one, okay, even the real one and the attacker, when they send packets, it will be dropped here at the interface because the port has been configured as untrusted by enabling this DHCP snooping. So you might already know the issue with this. We are making all the ports untrusted, so even the real router would not be able to send IP addresses to these devices. So we need to again configure something to make this port trusted, right? This interface here, we need to make it trusted so that the real router can assign IP addresses to the devices, right? So before going further, what we'll do, we will make these ports untrusted. So let's do that first. So to enable snooping, the command is very simple. All we say is IP dhcp snooping. Okay, now snooping has been enabled, and all the ports are now untrusted. Now what we'll do is we'll check to see if these devices are getting IP addresses. They will not, because we have made all the ports untrusted. And if I click on DHCP, it will get some kind of address, and it is called an APIPA address. It starts with 169.254. This is basically a temporary IP addresses given by APIPA when the client cannot reach the DHCP server. So if the DHCP server is not accessible, or if it's down, whatever the reason may be, it will assign a address just temporarily, okay. And you can see DHCP failed, APIPA is being used. So DHCP is not working here, okay. This is not DHCP address, okay, this is APIPA. So what we need to do, we need to go back to the switch, and we need to make this port here trusted. Okay, we need to make this port trusted. Then there is one more thing we have to do in order for this to work, because when we enable snooping on the switch, there is some other option called option 82. Okay, if that option 82 is enabled, this DHCP server will not be able to assign IP addresses to these devices because that's option 82 is also enabled. So not only that, we need to make this port trusted, we need to disable that option 82 here. Okay, then this DHCP server will work and these devices will get the addresses. So what we'll do is we'll go to the switch. We need to go to this interface F05. Okay, IP DHCP snooping. We are making this port trust. So all we have to say is trust. TRUST trust. Here we go. We have now made this port trust. But this will not work because that option 82 is enabled. We need to disable that. So we'll go to this device just to see if it gets IP address through DHCP. It will not because of that option 82. It will fail. You can see DHCP fail. A pipa is used. So we need to go back to the switch. So what we'll do, we'll go to this switch and turn off this or disable this option. Okay, then only these devices will get the IP addresses from this DHCP server. So let me show you a command to verify the ports whether it's trusted or not. Also we can see the option information as well. So to see it, just say you're in the configuration mode, so just say do show IP DHCP snooping, do show IP DHCP snooping, and here option 82, this is the one I was talking about, and on untrusted port is not allowed. Okay, so insertion of option 82 is enabled, so port is still not allowed. So if I try to, we already verified it, this is why these devices are not getting the IP addresses, so we need to disable it. So we just need to say, also here you can see fast Ethernet 5 is trusted, but because of this option 82 it is not allowing the DHCP server to assign IP addresses. So we just need to say no DHCP, no IP DHCP snooping information option. Okay, no IP DHCP snooping information option. This is the command to disable this option 82. Now I press enter. No IP. What is going on? Oh, I am not in the interface. So interface F05, right? That's the interface we need to go under. The information spelling is wrong. So no IP DHCP snooping information option. Okay, now let's verify this. Now we'll go to every single device. We'll see if the IP addresses are, yeah, we are getting the IP addresses and it is from the real router 1.0 network. 1.2 we got. Next one is, let's see, we got 1.4, so it is working. 1.3 and 1.1, so everything is working. Now this port is enabled. We have made this port trust and we are also disabled the option 82. This is why the DHCP is now working. All other ports are untrusted. So now whenever this attacker here, he tries to talk with this switch by sending packets, and this switch will deny him here at this port because this port is configured as untrusted. Okay, so it will not work, he will keep on failing. So this is the solution for this spoofing attack, and it is called snooping. Attack is spoofing, solution is snooping. So this way you can remember very easily, and hope it helps. Hope you understood the concept. In the next video we'll continue. We have more DHCP attacks we can see in the coming videos. Until then, if you have any questions, you can ask me down below. And if you are enjoying these videos and it's benefiting you, which means it's helping you clear some doubts, then please give me a thumbs up. So until then, stay tuned. Thank you and good day.